I'm gonna go over our loop choke here from the butterfly guard to the seated guard, and this is kind of like the substitute to the guillotine, okay, for the gi, I believe. So it's gonna start with a cross collar control, and I want to make my forefingers inside this cross collar and kind of grab right at his collarbone. I don't want to grab too deep like a cross collar choke because I'm not going to be able to loop his head. And also, sometimes this gives a little bit too much space for my partner to get underneath my frame. So just in general, when I'm playing cross collar, I want to kind of be right here on his collarbone. That's going to be a good spot where you can frame, where you can do the loop choke, and where you can push and pull the guy, okay? And the first idea is, whenever I notice Ivan's head's low, usually this happens when he's like on my leg or something like that. He might be like for like a Toriano control. Sometimes the guy might even try to like hug around your legs like this, or start like looking for like under and over the legs, like stack pass or over under. Those are all good times where his head drops, all right? And pretty much all I'm looking to do is just use my cross hand, so my hand that normally posts behind, to kind of snap and get my shoulder on top. And pretty much I can set this up like a couple different ways. You know, sometimes you can push and then he pushes back into you, and that kind of gives you the reaction that you need. Other times you just feel the option, and you can even kind of come to like a quick heist and then just snap him down. And my idea is I want to get my shoulder over his neck like this, okay? And then from this position, my wrist is working there into his neck. So basically I'm doing this with my wrist, okay? The first style finish that will work is more like from like the guard position. So this hand now is gonna sneak up underneath and make a similar grip on the cross collar on the other side. So if I'm here with Ivan, like this, my second hand comes underneath like so, and you can see I make a similar grip. And again, I'm doing this action with my wrist, okay? And I'm closing my elbow on the loop choke side. That's very important. That's gonna drive my wrist into the one side of the neck, and it's also gonna straighten the collar so I get closure on both sides. And then from here, just like we do our guillotine, I'm gonna configure myself the same way. So that means I fall towards the side of the choke, okay, at the finish. So maybe I'll pull him back first, and then I fall towards the side of the choke, and I make like a wall so he can't pass around my guard. Truth be told, you can finish the loop choke if he does pass, but we'll talk about that later. And now my second foot comes on top and clamps nice and strong, so I keep him with me. And then now from here, I do that action with my wrist. I start to pull that elbow back, and then from here, I finish just like a guillotine, and I'll make my partner tap. So I'll do the same side, but let's change angles. So again, I'm here with Ivan. I was playing cross collar, right on the collarbone. And you can kind of use this elbow like high as a frame against the other shoulder. And I just kind of like saw that opportunity just to snap him down. Once I snap him down, second hand goes around the arm, and I find the grip on the other side. Cross collar just like the first hand. From here, I pull him to me. I fall to the side of the choke for this finish. Leg comes on top, and now I start the action of pulling my grips and pulling my elbow against his ear over here. If for some reason Ivan decided to bail out to try to roll, this foot over here gets me on top. So that left foot gets me on top, top of the head on the ground, just like a guillotine. And same style finish, I just pull those grips, and we get our first finish on the loop choke, okay? All right, so we'll give that a go.